Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. Thanks for joining us on another episode of Don't Quote Me. I am your forever emotional support human. And today we have joining me one of my most favorite tiny people. But if I call her tiny in person, I think she might take my knees out, especially because she got mom strength now. So I don't know if I won't smoke. I'm not even gonna lie and say we keep it PC, but the goal is definitely to make everybody look good. Which is why I definitely wanted to bring you today so we could talk about, because I feel like I've been pronouncing it wrong, but I'm a stoner. Because I've been saying LionessExpressions.
It's expression with no S on the end, but everything else is correct.
I'm like, this can't be just one word, but I'm like, this looks so sexy as one word. Like this feels great to say. LionessExpression. LionessExpression. You just gotta. So what led you to lead towards this though? Like, how'd this start?
Okay, so of course, when everything shut down, everybody was like, well, we need hobbies, like I was bored as hell being in the house with my kids. Like, seriously. So I picked up, I went to the store and just bought like some, painting stuff just to do something fun. And from there, I started having people like asking me to make stuff from them, just from the little things I was making myself. So as time went on, I'm like, what, let me do something with this. It's a little side hustle. And I had a family friend who called me a lioness one day. She was like, you just a lioness. And I was like, what you mean by that? So I went and looked it up, I'm going to read you this urban, definition real quick. So it was an extremely independent, ambition-driven woman who is fierce, backs up her shit, and takes care of her own friends and family. If anybody know me, that's me. You feel me? That's me. Ooh, yes, I like that. And I was like, okay. So then, you remember Marcus, right? Marcus Cash, right? He come at me like, oh, you need a logo. You need a logo. I'm like, you right. And I just brainstormed one night and everything. I'm like, what can I put with this lioness? Because I really liked it. I'm like, that fits me so perfectly. What can I put with this to make it pop? And the word expressions just hit because I'm always expressing myself. I love for people to be expressive of themselves in any form of way, whether, it's any type of art form or anything. Just, I'm very expressive. So I was like, lioness expression. And I'm going to put it together. And then I created this whole little design and everything, handed it off to Denise Fields, and she created my logo. Before I went and filed for LLC and everything earlier this year in February, and I just been rolling with the punches ever since. Just taking it one day at a time, just, not trying to rush anything. It's not really about the money to me. It's about my growth and what can I learn right now with networking and everything and stuff. Like, I to go back to school. So I just been rolling with the punches and everything. I've been blessed with a lot of opportunities so far. Even the job that I work at, they're even willing to help me, with certain things that I might need, with shipping products, because it's a warehouse, they help me out, help out with the company. Yeah, they have been very, very supportive, even with putting me in leadership roles. So that
let's not breeze by that there. That's having storage, a place to ship things. Oh Lord, that's literally the issue. That's the big hurdle, everybody, that'll smack you in the face.
Yes.
Oh, blessings on that, because I feel you on the focusing on it as a hobby more than, because that's how I feel about this whole podcasting, everything I've been doing. Because when I do it as a hobby, I make more money.
Exactly. Because when you start focusing directly on the money, it takes the fun out of it. It takes the have away. And I started noticing that with other things that I was doing. I was like, I can't have that be with this, because I've been drawing since I was a little girl, and I was like, I don't want to get like with dancing. I used to love dancing, that, right? But that kind of fell off and everything, becoming a mom and everything. And then when I got back into it, it just didn't feel right. Like, I'm getting more comfortable with myself. But drawing, that's always been something I used to do. Like, I would sit on my porch and do it. It was my piece. So I just found it again. I was like, what took me so long to get back?
Because I was actually going to ask that. I was like, I remember you being a dancer. I never, not until, the cut shut down. And I saw, because yes, I definitely have bought some art from LionessExpressions. Definitely. As soon as I saw her, she was able to put visually what I couldn't express in words. So I did see that.
That is so much more like the ideas that I have and how I want to go to school and perfect my craft. And I ain't gonna say perfect, because you can't really get perfect with it, but you get what I'm saying. Perfect my craft on this, like so much more ideas so that I can be able to really grasp the idea that people give to me. I don't accept any cash until the person gives me the A-OK. That's why my shipping policy is the way it is. Like my refund policy, like there's no point in me refunding anything if you already proved it. You know, like you so you loved it, you liked it. You know.
What is the most fun project you've taken to date so far?
Okay, the most fun one I can say just recently was these bowls that I did, because it was different. You know, I'm used to doing canvases and like the wooden letters and stuff. So I saw these bowls at a thrift store. I was like, you know, I would go to the thrift store with my husband, and basically I like saw these bowls, and I'm like, what can I do with these bowls? And my husband was like, oh, let's do anime. So I was like, well, you know what? Let's pick a show, you know. And I'm like, let's do One Piece because I watched that a lot with him. And I'm like, I had fun doing them because it was fun seeing them come to life, you know? And I was like, oh, snap, look at me, I'm doing anime now, you know?
These artwork, these bows that she just showed me, people, these look like she bought them. Like, if I didn't see her pick them up and see the joy in her eyes light up, showing them to me like a kid that ran up, Mommy, look! I saw that in her eyes. I wouldn't believe she did them herself. Those are beautiful. Them just I would have to do like a big one of those faux or fa, however the hell you pronounce it. I just want just noodles. I'm eating like Luffy out of Luffy's face.
And see, I want whoever decides to get these, I want them to take pictures of whatever they're eating. Send it to me. Send it to me. Yes.
Whatever the first meal is, even if it's just cereal, let's see that.
I want to see it, and like from that idea, I'm like, you know what? Let me spin some other things. I went and found some more bowls. I don't know what I'm gonna slap on them yet, but I got some more bowls. I'm working on a Rick and Morty set.
So you gotta do Rick and Morty. That's the given.
Listen, boom, boom.
Ooh, yeah, you gotta have Pickle Rick on deck. That's limitless Pickle Ricks.
Hold on, where is it? The one I'm just working on, you know, this little something.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm getting more in tune with my kid side on this. So
There it is.
Yes.
There it is. Working all day with no play makes for a boring adult. Keep the inner child going. Yes, people, please don't let the inner child die. The world becomes a boring, gray place when all of the children are gone. I love doing this no Google thing when I ask these fanboy, fangirl questions, because like if you can think, because I know you said it's been like a month and you've been at work getting that inner child beat on, but can you recall a moment from Blue Period that really got your heart pumping, that really just did it for you? What was the good scene or moment or episode?
Okay, as a matter of fact, I definitely can tell you about that. So it's this one particular episode where he created this particular piece, and for himself, he thought it was amazing. Everybody complimented him and everything. But when it came time for him to get his, his assessment on the assignment, his art teacher pretty much criticized it. Like, he wasn't having it. And it crushed him, but at the same time, it made him go harder. So the reason why that scene hit me so hard, because it reminded me of back when I was back at Central, you know, playing saxophone, and I had media over me, and I was just like, okay, how I had to start over. Like, I came in, everybody complimented me and everything and stuff, doing this, I taught myself and stuff. Then this man come and he like, yeah, you sound great, but that ain't it. You know, that crushed me. But I didn't have what this character had to pick myself back up, you know? So it things differently and learn, even though it's years later, you get what I'm saying? But I learned whatever the lesson that I needed to learn from the years later.
First off, on the sidebar, it brings me so much joy for all of like my friends and stuff to say like my husband, my wife, like it makes me blush every time. But 10 years from now, money's no option, is no object. Where do you see Lioness Expressions?
I see Lioness Expressions in two directions. The first direction is a warehouse where I'm working third party with companies like Kroger's and Walmart and stuff like that to not only put my items in their stores, but to like, just be a third party venue for setting up, certain displays and stuff for other stores of selling like home decor and little knickknacks and stuff and items. It's kind of what I'm into right now at the job that I'm doing. So they kind of, getting me into the ropes and stuff of it. So I want my own little small warehouse for that. And then also the beginning stage of an art therapy freelance, studio where you don't have to have like insurance to come get the therapy. You don't have to pay. It's just, not necessarily a center, not like a community center, but a official art therapy studio. People can come and be very expressive with any type of fine art, but not have to worry about the stresses that come with, I don't have insurance for this therapy, or I don't have money to pay, like literally just community based, like literally, but not like a community center. Like I don't want any and everybody really to be able to come in there, because I want it to have some sort of structure,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exclusivity is everything. You got to have some exclusivity to things.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at in the next 10 years.
I'm loving that. That is schmexy. Because we need more mental health things. We need safe spaces. We need creative outlets. I don't feel like a space is safe if it's not a creative outlet.
Exactly. Yes, I can agree with that, definitely.
Because I don't even know what COVID fully did to the Boys and Girls Clubs, because the Boys and Girls Clubs across the nation was already getting hit, right? I don't know. Then we had COVID that had all the kids out of school for back-to-back years. We need to get them out there.
And then the community centers have now are so trash, unless in a certain neighborhood, and then they don't allow you to come to those community centers because it's a certain neighborhood. So it just got to change. It got to all change.
And we the generation that's gonna do it. Because watching TV, I'm looking like, wait, we're the adults now. Gross.
Yeah. It feels weird when certain kids, like, certain things that we used to listen to or, enjoy when we were younger, and it makes me feel like I'm old. I'm like, I'm not even 30 yet. Like, what's going on? Like,
shut up. Don't even say the number. I'm already over that number. So don't you say you're not even yet. And you know what? We was having a good time. We gonna wrap up because we was having a good time today. And you have this. She said yes. Now we're in the room. Off the ground, put her on the bed. Then I started. Thank you so much for taking the time out to have fun with me on this call. Because again, I feel like, and for anybody listening, the TLDR of my entire platform is, if you're having fun, you'll never work a day in your life. Even if you have to go to work, have the thing that you can have fun doing it. I work like crazy. I work in food industry. I love working in bars.
Yes.
I can do podcast recording whenever the hell I feel like it.
Yes, I love my work. I love it. Everybody be like, you work like a machine. Shoot, I love being here. I love it. Yes.
That's it.
For some people, but I see my future, so yes.
That's all. That's all. Once you find the happy part of life, that's it. Once you got the content happy parts, because content is not a bad thing. Content is what you want to get to, because content means you found the thing where you can come in the house and you have all the things that make you happy. Find the people I love. I want everybody winning, because if we all winning, we all winning. Till next time.
Till next time. Thank you. Thank you.
RB. We came from the bottom for finding a way to go get it. Go get it. Hey. Now we on time, nigga. Now we put on for our city. Yeah. 2 for say huncho, you get it, LeBron. Can't wait till the day that we win it. Can't wait. You can rest in peace now, bro, cause nigga, we did it. We did it. We win it. We win it. We win it. We did it. We did it. We win it. We win it. Yeah. We win it. We did it. We did it. We win it. We win it. Yeah. We win it. We did it. We did it. We win it. We win it. Yeah. We win it. We did it. We did it. I never thought we would make it this far. I'd be the first to admit it. They took us both out of our glow, but we got